channel. Today you see how I make a quick pizza or tart flambe with vegan salami and chicken from the company Mühlenhof and vegan cheese from the company Lidl, and the second one with soy yogurt and mushrooms. I do that often when I don't have so much time, but I feel like pizza. This is like a faster version, and the version with soy yogurt is comparable to tart flambe because the type is nice and thin. Yeah, and it doesn't rise as much as conventional pizza dough. Like it's very thin then. You can also use smoked tofu, or I have often made it together with leek, like small tofu cubes and leek and a little bit of pepper. Yeah, ground is the same, the soy yogurt then. So, as you can see, I start with the dough I made from Spelt, and here in Germany the type of the flour is called 630. That's like the grinding level, so it is also suitable for pastries, and we prefer that rather than whole grain Spelt flour. Whole grain is more suitable. Yeah, also it's what else you can add to the dough, and yeah, whole grain is like more for bread. That's why I use for pizza or tart flambe the number 630. Yeah, for flavor I now put the remaining unneeded yeast in the storage jar, mix it together with flour and water, and then put it in the fridge. Will be my starting point, mixture another time. Exactly. Then you don't have to wait too long for the dough to rise. Just take some of this mixture out of the fridge and add it to the flour and water, and already have the yeast cultures in it. Yeah. Every now and then I turn on this beautiful Ninja after work, which I recently bought, especially for these types of quick dishes, pizza and also for smoking. That's what particularly interested or fascinated me. I haven't tried out the fact that you can also smoke in it, but I will do that soon, like for tofu or smoked paprika pieces or something like that. Yeah, it's important to put this dough in from the start in the Ninja Woodfire in the oven, and not get it wet before under any circumstances, because yeah, it can break then. So the stone has to be dry. Reading the operating instructions is very important after you've bought it. Yeah. And for the baking today I use the function manual. It's for manual for pizza, and I switch on around 180 degrees. That will be enough for that. Yeah. There's also another function like for a pizza Napoli style or something that requires a higher degree, but for that what I'm doing, it's 180 is enough because I don't want to burn it. Mushrooms, yeah, prepare like the tomato sauce, and all the other toppings, salami and cheese. My container with the tomato sauce from the tin, and yeah, it's like a faster version. You can do it also by yourself, the whole tomato sauce, but if it has to be very fast, I take the tin and then yeah, season it. Yeah, just be careful. Some tins do have salt in the tomatoes, for example. Yeah, here I have a tin without, and yeah. And I do have the tomatoes on me, chunky tomatoes, and yeah, I use it with spices that go well with the pizza, so you can use whatever you like. A little bit of salt, and I have an Italian herb mixture from the store. DM is the store where I've bought it. Yeah. Of course you can use whatever you want or what you have at home. You can also just add basil, or if you don't like it that much, if it tastes too much like herbs, just a little bit of salt. And maybe when the pizza is ready later, basil, for example, fresh on it. You can do that as you like, but we like dry spices in the tomato sauce. They will then like cook with the pizza together and will become soft later. Yeah, that's exactly what you use to coat the rolled out dough with a tomato paste. And of course you can also use whatever you have at home, whatever it's some of you, if you're vegan, vegetarian, or even use meat, whatever, or vegetables, whatever you want on there. In our family we like to have it with salami and yeah, other versions like tart flambe. I wouldn't describe it then as pizza anymore with the soy yogurt. It's more tart flambe with mushrooms, or with smoked tofu with leek and different vegan styles. Yeah. Second variant, the dough is of course the same, but yeah, I spread natural soy yogurt on it from the company Rewe. It's also natural soy yogurt without any taste or vanilla or something. Yeah, it is a reminiscent of creme fraiche. I used garlic powder on it. I didn't want to use fresh garlic, so it would smell later. Yeah, pepper goes on top with mushrooms. And I will also add herb, salt sometimes, and pepper because the version tastes good with pepper. Yeah, it's not the type of wet dough like for the pizza Napoli style. Yeah, it's a different dough though. Yeah, and also it's important to roll out the dough nice and thin, otherwise it will turn into bread. If it's like too big, and then it will taste too much like it is bread. And yeah. I don't have a pizza form made from stainless steel, for example, as you can see from pizzerias. I use just normal baking paper and a small wooden roller for pizza. Of course, you can do everything by hand. For example, flatten the dough and carefully pull it apart and spread it without any equipment. It's also possible, yeah. So if you want to start from scratch, you don't have to buy everything, and you can also use a normal oven for it. Yeah, and now with the dough, if the topping is already greasy, like with the salami, later among other things, or cheese, I don't add any oil, like olive oil, to the dough, which of course you can do, but I didn't do that. Yeah, and it depends. I have here like vegan salami and vegan toppings, so they are not so greasy like the animal salami, for example, but it depends on what you have at home or what you prepare. So yeah, I don't use oil in the dough. Yeah.